Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to be attempting a question on the area of the conceptual framework for financial reporting. Now, this is an area which is normally not given a lot of importance by a lot of candidates in the exam, but this is an area which is quite frequently tested in your exam. So obviously, you should be appreciating all the areas of your syllabus and practice on all the areas, and should not be doing any kind of selective studies whenever you're preparing for the paper, the financial reporting. Now, what do we have in this particular question? This particular question is testing you guys on the area of the elements of the conceptual framework, where they are testing about the definitions. If you remember, we have discussed this thing in the class, that there are 5 elements for the conceptual, 5 elements of the accounting within the conceptual framework, which is the assets, the liabilities, the equities, the incomes, and the expenses. So they're testing you guys over here on the definition of the asset. But again, you have to read the requirement properly before you answer the question over here. So what is being asked by the examiner in this question is this, that which of the following options is not included in the IASB definition of an asset in the conceptual framework for financial reporting. So the first thing, guys, they're asking for not included. You do not have to look for the items which are included, which are the part of the definition. We want to look at that option which is not the part of the definition of the asset. So it says that asset is controlled by the entity. This is definitely a part and included in the definition of the asset. Therefore, it cannot be considered as my answer, because we know this thing, that you need to control the asset in order to be recorded in the financial and recognized in the financial statements. The second thing that we have, it is a present economic resource. In fact, this statement is also included as the part of the definition of the asset, that yes, it is a present economic resource. And what is a present economic resource? An item which has a potential to produce the economic benefits for the business. So yes, it is your economic resource today, present economic resource. The economic resources can be reliably measured. And the last one is the asset exists as a result of the past events. Now, out of these two statements, guys, the last one is included in the definition of the asset. Therefore, will not be the part of my answer, and option C will be considered as my correct answer. Now, this is a very simple and a straightforward question, but then it can pose a lot of threats to you in the exam, and maybe a reason for you to lose 2 marks. Number one, because of the fact that you have not read the framework properly, and second thing is because of the fact that in the new definition of the asset, we do not have the reliable measurement part. It's a present economic resource controlled by the entity arising as a result of past events. That's it. That's the definition of the asset. The reliably measured part is not included in the definition of the framework. Yes, in the accounting standards like property, plant, and equipment, like intangible assets, we do have the part of reliable measurement, but that's not there in the definition of the asset, and that's what the examiner was asking you. So I hope this question will help you understand how to answer the questions on the conceptual framework. Thank you very much.